So in this video of figure drawing dynamic poses from reference, I chose to draw Yuta from Jujutsu Kaisen, and he has a lot of crazy poses in different fighting stances. So, and they're all in weird angles and perspectives. So I said, well, let me do a few of these. I ended up picking these two, um, one in the sword fighting stance, and this one with no holding his finger out. So I started this one out the usual method where I start drawing in the head first, then the circle for the chest area, circle for the midsection, and box for the lower half of the body. And I'm I do this method just to kind of show the process of drawing at this particular angle and different angles. Because I started to draw it this way a little more often. If you see a lot of my newer videos, so right now I'm going in, I'm drawing in the neck. Neck goes straight down as usual. I'm adding in the circle for the shoulder, and the cylinder for the arm. I'm kind of um, getting the arm straight down and trying to measure out to figure out the distance of how far the arm is going down towards the rest of the body and also the image. I'm drawing in the forearm, adding in those lines, trying to work in lightly, kind of just boxing out where I'm going to place the hand to kind of the size of the hand to see how the hand relates to the rest of the body before I start to actually add in the shapes. Now I'm just darkening in some areas, loosening the hand a little bit more as I'm drawing. Now I'm working in the hand, and with the hand I'm doing the same thing as I've been doing before, following the usual method with the shapes. So adding the cylinders for the fingers, boxing out the hand, trying to figure the shapes out so that I'll know how to place that hand in that space. Even though the hand won't look exactly like it would in the reference, I'm trying to at least have it close. That way, when you start to add those details, the whole layout is done. It's like a quick process for laying everything out before you start to add in those details to it. Adding in the finger, like a little cylinder, and the finger is slightly hidden in the back. And it's kind of I'm bending in a little towards this thumb. And most of the fingers are pretty much hidden because of the angle of the hand. I'm trying to darken some of those areas out. That way it's not too confusing for a lot of the lines. I'm just going through, I'm looking at the shapes, and it's like looking at the main parts of the body. I say it's more like trying to look at the um, the big shapes first, and you work your way towards the smaller shapes. So if you're working in the reference, you will start with the head first, the chest. As long as you get the head, the chest, and the midsection and everything, then everything else will, lay into place. And even when you're making poses or drawing them from memory, you can kind of just either draw the head first and start to add in shapes to form the pose, or you can draw the midsection, the torso first, and start to draw the pose, in different positions, especially when you're drawing them from memory, or not from memory, but just to make up your own poses. The more you draw them, the easier it gets to, draw those shapes out. Because as you're drawing those shapes out and you're bending them, you can easily figure out how to place, the anatomy onto those shapes as you go. Of course, you have to learn anatomy separate to kind of know how to place it within these shapes. And I may do some, or actually, I will do some videos showing how to add anatomy to the shapes. And I think I have some already, but I'll make some new ones only because those will be longer videos. So if I'm drawing the full-on person or character, one pose would probably be enough for me to add into that video. I mean, if there's multiple poses, then it'll just be a longer video. I don't want the video to be too long because the It depends on how the YouTube algorithm handles that. So right now I'm doing another pose, and I chose this one because his sword, he's holding his sword, but he's at an angle, a top down view, and the way he's holding his sword, you can't see the bottom of his hand because the sword is at the focal point towards the camera. So looking down, you can't see the hand because his hand is covered behind the handle of the sword. So with this one, I started out drawing the circle for the head first, the circle for the chest, circle for the midsection, and also the square for the bottom of the midsection. And I started to do this to kind of, show, try to kind of separate the shapes a little bit more to show it a little bit better. I know before I've been drawing, I think it was a circle for the chest and circle for the waist with kind of like an invisible area in the midsection. But now I'm going to start to add in that circle in the midsection to kind of show the actual bend in the character as I'm creating those poses. And so right now I'm working in the cylinder for the arm. See the arm is close in, so I'm adding in that. Just adding each shape as I go. Trying to get that forearm down. And for the sword, it's pretty easy. You just, circle for where the sheath is, and then you start to add that blade in there. Because you can't really see the hand. I say this pose is probably good for those who don't want to get that hand in there, because the hand is pretty much covered by that handle of the sword, or the top part of the sword that protects your hand. I'm adding that hand that's laying on the top of that arm. It's all about adding in those fingers, the same cylinder method I've been doing before. Circles where the knuckles are going to be, and then just draw out those fingers as you go. You see I'm boxing out where the hand is going to be placed onto the arm before I start to add in those cylinders for the fingers. Now drawing out the sword. And the sword is pretty straightforward. You're kind of just drawing it out. Not too much going on with it. I'm adding in the legs. Since he's standing on the ground, even though you can't really see the ground, you have to kind of visualize it based on the image. And his feet. Drawing a cylinder on the other side. And a circle for the knee, and a cylinder for the bottom of the leg. And it all takes practice. And the more you get these shapes down, the easier it is to start adding in, the anatomy to it and things like that. Especially if you're learning how to do these poses. For me, is the best method for me has always been just doing the shapes, because when you get the shapes down packed, then you would just know where to place everything else. And when you start to learn, anatomy and things like that, it will be easy to place it over top of the shapes, because the shapes are just as a placement for where the parts of the body is going to go. I'm adding in the fingers. Drawing it in there. It's like a lot of lines, so you can't maybe see too much. Darkening up the arm a little bit more. Now I'm just adding in some slight finishing touches to it, since the pose is pretty much done. I like to add in some last minute things, like the part of the neck and things like that, just to kind of show a little bit more anatomy on the top part of the body. But that's it for this video. If you want to see more videos like this, don't forget to hype it up, hit the like button, subscribe, and comment for any other videos you want to see. Take care.